Okay, so another topic was about aliens. So I really enjoy reading about aliens, and there is so many things that you can learn, and God, it's insane. So one of the main things that I've been reading for maybe about a couple of years now is you really about the Anunnaki aliens and how they came here and they've mixed their DNA and some of us actually have those kind of genetic titers when it comes to the unknown phenomenon of this blood type. And it seems like there's a couple of blood types that are kind of connected to the Anunnaki aliens or gods, as you would say. And it was pictated as Anunnakis to be gods because, civilization that was here and essentially like praise them and rejoice with them because of all the things that they taught them. So, of course, they taught them, not necessarily scripture, but, how to build and how to kind of like perceive in life and go forward. And there were a lot of things that, they kind of manipulated and all of those kinds of things. So that has happened. So, and it's really interesting to see. And you also hear about them, in the book of Enoch and all those things. Those are all from like Anunnaki. So like all of the biblical things are all also intertwined with the Anunnakis. And it's just really fascinating to learn those things and to kind of really just like, you're like, oh shit. So that's just one thing. I just want to keep this like really short and simple because I don't know if this is something that I really will kind of have this on my channel, but I really want to get y'all's feedback. So if y'all want to hear more about aliens, just let me know. But there are a couple of other things I just want to throw in here as well is whenever we're looking about star seeds. So star seeds, there could be different types of star seeds, and when it comes to resonating with whatever cosmic, planet or out in the universe that you kind of resonate with. And there can be several different ones. For instance, there is like the Orion star seeds, and I have seen and read that Orion star seeds have markings of the Orion's belt on them through rather it be freckles or moles or whatever that could be of the constellation, and which is pretty interesting because I do know some people who do have that. And so, with that being said, that is kind of like an interesting thing because I do know a lot of people who have that. Now, but it's kind of crazy because even if you do have those kinds of things, you don't have to resonate with that as well. You can just, have those markings like coincidentally. And so, there is also like other beings out there that can feel like they are a part, like Sirius is another one. That's actually a really big one that a lot of people kind of really resonate with. And really most of those signs of that you are a part of that is like feeling like you're not from here, like you are craving to be somewhere else. Like let's say you don't feel like this is home and you feel like you're just lost and you're can't really adapt and you can't really have like a relationship with anybody because you feel like nobody understands you no matter what you say or what you do. Another thing is really being like a huge empath where you feel like other people's feelings and you also try to help people. You're a big helper, a big nurturer, and all of those things. And which that can kind of intertwine with other things too. And sometimes people come here and they resonate with a lot of different things, and that's okay. So also when it comes to other things, which is going to be like things that you see on the news or on the internet, when it comes to spacecraft and when it comes to like let's say like things that are hidden. There are a lot of things that are hidden that the government isn't going to let us know. However, I do feel that with nowadays that I would not doubt that there would be something that is beyond the realistic part of what is actually happening. I fear that the government is going to make it seem like our alien races are going to essentially be the enemy, when honestly when it comes to alien races as well, there's an alien race called the reptilians, and the reptilians are essentially kind of like evil, and they try to corrupt a lot of things in which they are actually trying to corrupt our nations, which a lot believe. And then with that, it's like, okay, the reptilians are part of our elite group. So if they're a part of our elite group and they control all of what we see and what we digest, then of course they're going to allow or force us to digest that alien races are actually bad, and they're going to essentially kill off the planet, which is not true. Those alien races need our Earth. Our Earth is something that they need to help actually create the galaxy and keep the galaxy going, because without Earth, all galaxies would perish. So it is something that they are trying to help. And a lot of us starseeds that come here are actually here to help save the planet. So save the planet from the bullshit that's happening, from the global warming, from war, from destruction, and all of these things. Because if we don't, our world will fucking suffer. And then if our world suffers, the universe suffers. So that is just my short bit on aliens. I know a lot more, but I just kind of want to keep it pretty vague and not focus it on one thing. Now, if y'all do want to hear more about aliens, I can definitely kind of like put a more of a microscopic on it and just go with that, and then just make different topics. But I'm just still kind of getting my feet wet just to kind of see what people like and what they want to hear. And so once I kind of know what you're really wanting to hear, we can then talk about that. But anyways, that's really it. Bye.